Welcome to the One Band Podcast. I'm John.
And I'm Bryce.
Tonight we'll be making Cran-Turkey Enchiladas! So now, everything that's in the show is in the show, and we're recording. This is wonderful. Okay, what the fuck are we making tonight?
We are making Cran-Turkey enchiladas.
Enchiladas.
Turkey
enchiladas.
But instead of chicken, there's turkey. And for some reason, we're putting cranberries in the enchilada sauce because if you're going to make a bad decision,
Why don't you go whole hog?
Go whole hog on the bad decision.
Just do all the bad decisions. Do everything. Okay, this is fantastic. All right,
hold on. Are we going to do the dishes?
Clean up our shit? Yeah, we probably should, shouldn't we?
What do we need to address from the last episode?
I don't know. Sorry about being racist to Peru. Apologize about that. Inuyasha's a good show.
Not really. No. it did great because it was the only thing that Adult Swim could get at the time.
Yeah, sure. But, I remember that. Then they got Cowboy Bebop, and we were like, fuck that.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we're so sorry about that Inuyasha garbage.
Sorry about that. No, him and the cat teeth.
Cat teeth and so many weebs.
Weebs.
He made so many weebs.
A generation of weebs.
And that's okay.
I'm not sure what those are either.
Other things we need to address.
Can I get Weeb Killer at Home Depot?
By Roundup.
Which again,
thank you for sponsoring us.
Thanks. This episode is sponsored by Roundup. It'll kill the weebs.
It'll kill the weeds and not the sugar beets. That's what Roundup is. It doesn't kill sugar beets. It kills weeds.
It kills bees, though. Monsanto, you fuckers. How dare you? Killing all the bees. Anyway,
So we have technical difficulties.
That'll
change when people start giving us money and we can get better equipment. But until then, sometimes we will have it. Our recording equipment suddenly cut out.
And we'll randomly cut to Bryce talking about gymnastics in Texas.
And figure skating.
Skating. So,
so if you notice that,
suck it.
Gold star to you.
Deal with it. You edit this, okay? Fine. You can have some Cran-Turkey enchiladas one over time. Is this what I stop it? Okay, so why don't we talk about the recipe again? On Pinterest. Where did it come from?
No, it was Pinterest.
It was Babish or something, baby something.
No. It was like it wasn't Delish. Now we're gonna find it, so we don't need to speculate. I think the can of whole berry cranberry sauce is upside down.
Oh, the label is 100% upside down.
Good.
Yep, that's fine.
Good. Glad it's not just me.
Okay, Cran-Turkey enchiladas comes from bellyful.net. Food, family, and fun.
And full bellies.
And full bellies, apparently. It's great. November 19th, 2012 by Amy. Thanks, Amy, for your wonderful submission. So yes. Is that all the dishes from last week and everything?
I feel like that's everything that needs to be addressed.
I meant words. I meant to make the point that edutainment of The Good Place is that every episode is like an ethics lesson. And so what they do is they talk about they put Eleanor. I found her character's name. Hope you freaking do. Kristen Bell's character Eleanor gets into a moral quandary. Then they address that quandary with Chidi. And then they go back to that quandary and then introduce another part of the ethical quandary, which is another segue into having another philosophical discussion with another philosopher and stuff like that. It's pretty good. It's like, I don't know, Philosophy 201.
It sounds like Scrubs, but instead of a hospital, it's heaven and hell. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing.
No, it's good. There's no good Dr. Cox character, which is very disappointing. Ted Danson is as close as it gets, but he's not nearly as snark.
Right. He doesn't hate himself as much.
No.
As John C. McGinley.
Which he has a fantastic Halloween show called Stan vs. Evil.
Really?
It's very good. It's very good. We're going to talk about another television show called Stan vs. Evil. This was introduced to me by the husband of a good friend of mine, and he was like, "This is hilarious. You like John C. McGinley? So you like Dr. Cox? Imagine if Dr. Cox was a sheriff in Butte, Montana, and the zombies decided to take over.
The Zamboids?
Zamboids, or witches and mystical creatures decided to be evil and do stuff.
To show them evil. Okay. So the first thing we have to do for this recipe is spray a 9x13 pan because it's enchiladas. That's how you make enchiladas.
Enchiladas, sí, señor. We spray the pan. It's delicious. Oh, it's in my eyes. It's so
You now have non-stick eyes.
Non-stick. Good. I can unsee the shit that we're about to make.
But you can't untaste it.
Can't untaste it. Here it comes. It's great. So it's actually quite a simple recipe. What do we got? We got We sprayed the 9x13 pan. What are we doing now?
So next is combining. They're starting you off hard. So the cranberry, the Cran-Turkey part of this, the cran, is you just get whole berry cranberry sauce.
I wish you guys could see this. The can is right side up. The label's upside down. It's very MC Escher.
It's right. And as is tradition, everything in the can is shaped like the can.
Okay, I don't understand. I never got that. And people crave the can stuff that is shaped like the can. Is because it's the can flavor that it's because it's can shaped that makes it. What you're hearing is us shaking at the.
There we go. That was the whole can-shaped innards.
The whole can.
Going, and then
plop.
And plopping
That's
into
beautiful.
the bottom. So the first thing I'm really interested in is the cranberry and the enchilada sauce together.
Is gonna be weird.
Is it gonna smell good?
Yeah. And then is it just gonna look good? Because the cran.
I mean, it's red enchilada sauce.
The can of cran is it's not appealing.
It's not.
It's not. The balls of cherry have sunk to the balls of cranberry have sunk to the bottom.
Which is the top.
Which is the top because
What is at the bottom?
It's upside down. I don't know.
Because of the stupid can.
Yeah, the gravity is a form of math, and we all know how I do with math.
Only once.
It's not good. It's not good. Anyway. Oh man. Okay. But yeah, we've got red enchilada sauce now. So yeah, we're undoing it. Okay. It's mixing it. This is
That's
good.
the worst thing I've ever seen. I just poured it doesn't smell.
It doesn't.
It.
Thank God I lost my sense of smell in Vietnam.
In Nam.
Oh, you can't see the faces Bryce is making? They're horrifying.
So you have whole berries.
Yeah, whole berry enchilada. So it's weirdly spicy and sweet from this far away, even with my limited nasal qualities.
Like it smells like I put like raspberry syrup in SpaghettiOs.
Yeah, and it's yeah, that's it. That's basically it. It looks like dessert SpaghettiOs, which is on Macaroni Grill's new menu.
Oh, Macaroni Grill. Maybe they'll make a comeback.
Maybe they will.
My mom would be very interested in that. She really likes that place.
I've been there before. They're nice. They have Pellegrino. Which is like the recipe for fancy. So step one, we preheated the oven to 375, which because we live in the fucking mountains, it's like 450. So lightly coat the 9x13 dish in the medium bowl. Combine the cranberry sauce. Pour half a cup or half the sauce, half the mixture into the bottom of the 9x13 dish. Great, cool. Step three. Step three. This is really exciting. I'm very excited about all the things.
So I started a job today, and I don't think I want to be employed today.
Oh, yeah, the saga of Guitar Center.
Yes.
Oh, this is great.
I work for the internal call team at Guitar Center.
It's like a new thing.
And today I got to be in on a call listening to a, quote, professional drummer talk about, what's that big drum on the bottom? And my first thought was, I don't think you're a professional drummer if you call it the big drum on the bottom.
Oh, the big drum on the bottom.
Now, those of you who know might be thinking bass drum. They actually meant the floor tom. So both wrong in terminology and in everything else. So I watched that person spend $400 on drums that they they shouldn't have, but they spent the money on.
What a consummate professional. The big drum on the bottom. That's how I would get that job. Bryce is looking at a thing. His fiance was so kind to write like the steps out, so we don't have to constantly look at our phones and figure out how badly we're screwing this recipe up. Oh, that's just great. The big drum on the bottom.
The big drum on the bottom.
I feel like that's like I feel like if like a roadie for Black Sabbath wrote a children's book, that would be the title. Big drum on the bottom.
The big drum on the bottom. Don't worry about the
Good
needles.
night, big drum. Or whatever.
Good night, big drum.
Good night, big drum. Good night, roadie. In a large bowl. Yeah.
Turkey, how
How many cans are we unbottling, corking? What do you do? Uncanning cans? I don't know.
I'm going to put 2 cans in.
2 cans?
2 cans Sam.
2 can thing. All right, here we go.
Oh, we should drain it.
Oh, that is what she said. Gross.
Okay, we got a new nifty tool. You ready?
Oh, it's a moosher.
It's a moosher.
You can't see it. But ladies and gentlemen, Bryce has got this great little, it's like a plastic, it looks like a sand toy a child would bring to the beach. It's got little holes, and so holes in the center, not big enough, not quite big enough to let the turkey meat fall through,
But
and
you
then
shove it
little
all
lids.
down. Shove it all down and get all the juice out.
Yeah, and you just kind of moosh the turkey.
You just moosh it.
So how many? 3/4 of a can of
3/4 of a can of black bean.
of the beans. Si, senor. I don't know how to say black beans in Spanish. I'm trying to think of it.
Currently
Bean.
draining black beans.
Bean jigs. We had another bit of a technical difficulty. Whatever. It's fine.
Keep happening. Please donate
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Eventually, when we get that set up.
Sure.
Which we don't have now.
You can have it. You'll get T-shirts, stickers.
Stickers.
I'll sell my underwear.
I don't know. What do you want? We'll
Yeah.
get it for you.
Yeah. Why don't you do this? You can tweet us at One Pen Podcast or on Instagram One Pen Podcast and
Tell us what you want.
Tell us the things that you would spend money on so that we can then turn that money into stuff for us, which is then turns is a better quality listening experience to you. I won't have to get so drunk every episode.
But then does that mean I can get drunker?
Yes, it's a
Okay.
trade-off. It's a good
okay.
thing. It's like the scales of justice. Lady Liberty.
What? Statue of Liberty.
No,
Lady Justice.
Lady Justice.
You're good.
Oh, that's fine. Whatever. American history isn't exactly my forte either. It's just fine. Whatever. I don't do good with stuff.
I don't do good. He doesn't do good with stuff. I'm going to need a new recording partner.
Now taking boyfriend applications.
You're right.
That's good stuff.
Please apply on our Twitter.
Yeah.
Actually, don't apply on our Twitter. Actually, how about this? If you do apply on our Twitter and your resume is funny, we will make fun of you for putting it on the internet.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good trade-off. Which then is fodder for us, and then you're famous, and then it's good stuff. I appreciate it. Okay.
Y'all like bean juice? Frijoles negro?
Pintas? No, yeah, frijoles negros.
That's what it is.
Frijoles negros, senor. Oh,
It is on the can,
you
too.
little son of a... Here I am thinking like, oh, wow, Bryce knows all the... It's on the damn can. You son of a...
The tops of cans are sharp, and when they fall on you, they cut you.
Did you get sliced?
Yes.
You get sliced and diced?
I got sliced and diced.
Did Leonardo come and take you and just use this?
Leonardo.
the mutant ninja
Teenage
turtle?
Mutant Ninja Turtle?
Mm-hmm. It's good. That doesn't look appealing even a little bit.
Nope. Here, you want another sniff of the
No, I don't want to.
of the spaghetti-o?
Oh.
Spaghetti.
Oh,
Oh, it's on me.
oh gosh. It's going to be
Maybe
in me.
when it's warm.
It's going to
it
be
won't
in
so
me.
shit.
Oh, sure. It'll be hot cranberry. Hot cranberry spaghetti-o. I'm sure the Boyardee would be proud. Okay, so we've got tall onions.
Tall onion.
We were trying to figure out the label. It said oignon vert.
Vert.
And then we're like, oh yeah, vert is vertical. So the French
So
mean tall onions. That's not what that means.
It's green.
It's just
Just
green.
green.
We had to
Just
look it up.
colors.
Just colors.
Oh, I'm dropping stuff.
Oh no.
oh.
There's 2 green beans on the crust. Stop it. What if that's not enough green beans for the recipe? There's a third one?
Sorry.
You
I'm
just
flicking
hate-
them everywhere.
You hate.
No, I didn't cut them very well.
I
and
got
so
it.
they're all flipping around. Okay, those are just in, and they're too big.
It'll be fine.
Scallion.
It'll be fine. It'll be good stuff. You can hear my infant son in the background. He's having fun. I don't think he approves of the recipe either. It's good stuff.
It's like, it's an abomination. It's like, that's a big word for a baby.
It's a very big word for a little tiny baby. Little tiny baby.
Cilantro. I'm not going to put cilantro in. Does anyone need cilantro? Because I'm one of those people that it tastes like soap to.
Oh, got it. Okay, that's fine. I'll cilantro on mine. I think the recipe called for cilantro on...
Sprinkled on top?
Yeah, sprinkled at the end of it. So I'll sprinkle when it comes to it later. And now we ended the segment. What's been ticking Bryce off? Oh no, we still need to hear about the segment of. We still need to go back. We got to go back to Guitar Center.
Guitar Center? I don't know, man. There wasn't that much.
Ah, it just sounds. Describe the office environment. What does it smell like? What does it taste like? What does it fill you with?
So many of the coworkers are exactly what you would expect. They wear black hoodies with band names on the front that you
nice.
haven't heard of. and a lot of them are over 40.
Oh, that's very surprising. Then again, maybe not. Oh, are they the guys that have the metal band T-shirts that looks like a pile of sticks?
Yes.
For a logo. Whoever started that trend needs a high five and a hug. Maybe they're probably very sad.
They're probably just doing their best.
They do, yeah. I mean, they got into graphic design school at Broadview Entertainment Arts University, which, Bo, I would love it if you sponsored us.
Bo. I mean, I saw them do so many commercials just a little while ago. Throw some of that money at us. I don't think you'll get a return on it, but throw some of that money at us.
Listen, I mean, how do you calculate ROI on a commercial advertisement? At least you'd be giving your money to another human being. At least you'd be giving it to us. You'd be doing it to like a thing. You'd be supporting a micro business. That beep was the oven.
The oven that takes too goddamn long to heat up.
Yeah, well, it's because we live in the mountains. The air is thinner up here. Which I don't know what that means. I just think it means it's harder for everybody to do everything. I did CrossFit when I was years and years ago. I used to work for a gym in CrossFit, and everybody would always bitch about working out is so much harder. And I'm like, well, I don't know. I've never worked out anywhere else. Rick.
No, as someone who spent most of his adult years about 15 feet above sea level and coming up to about 8,000 feet above sea level.
You notice a little difference?
I would go up 3 flights of stairs and have to take a nap.
Oh, nice. Just hear you at the top of the stairs. Pivot. Pivot. Pivot.
That's the sound of me dying.
That's the sound of me dying. That's
No,
great.
the sound of me asphyxiating. But the good news is when you live up here and then you go down to Willow, I'm a superhero.
Fucking Superman.
Yes.
Look at me. Look at me. I take all the groceries in one trip.
One trip, upstairs,
Up the stairs.
running.
Oh, that's great. That's like the people that try. Have you seen that they wear the masks that restrict their oxygen flow, and they're like, it's like training higher in the mountains. And you've never seen that?
No.
Oh, it's great.
What
okay.
Dragon Ball Z shit is this?
Since we can't manipulate gravity quite yet, Vegeta.
Hyperbolic time.
Hyperbolic time chamber, or whatever the sphere thing is that Goku would travel in.
No, yeah.
Roshi built it. No, not
No,
Roshi.
Bulma.
Bulma's dad.
Everyone knows Bulma was the real genius behind Capsule Corp,
Yeah, of course.
right?
She was also the marketing team.
She's also
That blue hair.
And then the first thing they do in Dragon Ball Super is they're just like, Bulma, the richest woman in the world. It's like, oh, is that what she is?
She deserves it. That's fine. That's great. Sometimes extreme athletes will wear. Hold on.
Oh,
What you're hearing is the. What did you get these? Where'd you get these? Amazon.
well, we got it for
His
bridal shower.
Oh yeah, somebody got him electric salt
Salt and
shakers,
pepper
salt and pepper
grinders.
grinders. Yeah, so he pushes a button.
So it has a light, so that I can grind salt in the dark.
Sure, and beat intruders because it weighs like 6 tons.
4 AA batteries in the top. What was the last thing that you had four AA batteries? Do not tell me about your dildos.
It's not. My
You're like, the
vibrators.
dildos take 3.
Double the D size. They're very large.
3 D
The
cells.
3D cells. Which, by the way, what took D batteries as a kid? Nothing. I don't remember anything taking D batteries. My father's 15-inch mag light.
Mag lights.
Yes, that was it.
I also remember, stereos. Remember when you could, stereos
yeah.
would have you could put 16 D cells, and it would go from a nice portable, easy to lift, to suddenly being you're deadlifting.
My
it
30,
when you-
my 36 kilogram. It's like a kettlebell before they were a thing. Oh, speaking of maglets, I have a welt on the side of my head when my other sister clocked me with my dad's.
Hey, you want to know a funny story about mag lights?
Please tell me the story.
So, I am related to a, I think he's Phoenix police officer. I won't tell you his name,
Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney.
Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Objection! No, he is a police officer, and he's very good at his job, especially when it comes to people trying to get away from him, and he disagrees with that idea.
Vehemently says no.
He's like, wrong. So, in his words, he said, I hate it when people want to fight me because we always got to follow him to the hospital
Oh no!
when we're arresting
Oh,
them.
no.
That's how he says that. Anyways, one day he was chasing a perp, and he was a new police officer.
One day he was chasing a perp.
He was chasing a perp. This perp thought he didn't want to deal with going to jail.
He thought he could get away with robbing that 7-Eleven
Or something. It was probably something completely mundane. If you look at the video Candy Thief, you'll see the caliber of people that he takes down. And that's his video.
Nice.
Or no, it's not his video. That's a video of him specifically. If you look Arizona Phoenix Police
Candy Thief on YouTube.
Yeah. Look it up.
Oh, this is good. We're gonna do some in a minute.
But
Half a cup of cheddar. That's what the noise is in the background is, right?
yeah. I'm getting more cheese because I think this is the only reliably good tasting thing.
Yeah.
Put it in there.
Okay. Well, the cheese and the onions. This doesn't look like the worst thing ever.
I mean, when you heat it up, it can't be that bad.
Nice.
I've been wrong before.
You put the cumin in it, didn't you? That's what I'm smelling.
That's
Smell
kinda-
tasting with my nose
Smell
face.
tasting. With your nose bits?
With my nose bits.
No, so he's chasing this perp.
Sure, Candy Thief.
Not the Candy Thief. This is a different one.
Oh, Candy Man.
This is just I call him Fence Boy. Okay? so here's what Fence Boy did.
Nice.
Fence Boy was running away and he went over a fence.
Successfully?
Successfully.
Okay.
And then he realized, I've got a couple of seconds. I can get ready for this very large police officer jumping over this fence to get me.
Oh no. This is not gonna end
So
well.
sure enough, Brennan goes over the fence. Oh, I said his name. Fuck. We shouldn't do that. We'll have to cut that. We'll have to bleep that. Anyways. So he goes over the fence. And sure enough, the guy is on the other side, and he's post up, ready to fight, fist in the air, and Brent. I almost did it again.
We're gonna edit that one too. This is great.
That'll be a beep as well. So he goes over. The guy's ready to fight, and he goes, "Nah, but Maglite though." And he just got smoosh, just flattened the front of this guy's face with a Maglite.
Mooshed him.
Yep, just mooshed him. Okay, now we're reaching the part of the recipe where I don't believe in it.
Yeah, here it comes. So we've got right now we've got a bowl of shredded turkey, cumin, black beans, improperly cut scallions. I'm trying to mac on your cutting skills.
That's fine. I did a terrible job.
I couldn't do any better. It's fine. And so this looks edible. This looks like if you put enchilada sauce on it and had enchiladas, we'd have turkey enchiladas, right? Some kind of like healthy alternative to enchiladas and stuff like that.
So the recipe calls for street taco size.
Yeah, 5-inch
5-inch
in diameter.
tortillas.
Tortas.
Tortas.
I'm just gonna eat one. They're delicious.
They're too damn small.
They're very small.
As with the quesadilla,
But they're very good.
they're very tasty. Okay. As with the quesadilla, how can you make enchiladas with like tortillas that are smaller than my hand?
It's not.
I'm gonna try.
It's not
gonna
roll.
go poorly.
It's not gonna roll. That's the thing. It's not gonna roll. There we go.
It also calls for 1/4 of a cup of the stuff.
Which, if you see the size of the tortillas, 1/4 of a cup is all this thing could hold. So it's gonna be like a pinch on the bun. A pinch on the bun.
Pinch on the bum.
So we get that from Auntie Donna.
Auntie Donna.
Auntydonna. They're an Australian comedy troupe.
Sketch troupe.
More like sheer terror. Their comedy's a little interesting.
It's absurdist and it's dark.
Yes, it's very datist. It's good stuff. That's fine. Hey, looks successful. You put it seam side down.
Yeah, but
It's okay. It'll be fine.
get the sides out.
Hey, look at that. You did pretty good.
All right, white people, you win this time.
Wait, don't you put the place your 1/4 cup with the filling, cover with the, but you don't put that stuff
put that
in
on
the. You put it on top.
Put it on top of it
Got it.
so it soaks in.
Oh, sure, it's Cafe Rio style enchilada style. We bury it in the thing. Okay.
Or something.
I'm not sure what's about to happen. What is going to happen though is we're going to pause because we got 30 fudging tortillas to fill. We got a 9x13 pan, and these things are what, barely an inch wide?
Yeah,
Two
about
rows?
3/4 of an inch. Yeah.
3/4 of an inch and 2 rows deep. Oh yeah, it's going to take us 6 hours.
This is gonna take a while.
Be back tomorrow.
So the first thing about this recipe that's actually kind of coming together is that not only are we getting these tortillas to fold and stay in place,
Which is pretty good. Not gonna lie, it's pretty good. And we got, what, 12 now?
we're almost out of the filling. I see two things. I thought they will not fold at all. And I also thought we have either way too much filling or almost no filling. Turns out we're wrong. And Amy, who made this?
Yeah, okay, Amy.
All right, points to you, Amy.
Fucking touche. The battle isn't over yet.
It could still taste like buttholes, but, you know.
It could. It could taste like cranberry ass.
Cran-ass? Is that what we're... All right, last one. Or second to last one.
Second to last one.
So grand total, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 16 of these in here.
If we wanted to do more, we totally could.
We could. We shouldn't.
Actually,
What? Hit me.
here's what we do. We do the one without the cranberry sauce. That way we can have food. If this tastes like crap, we can actually have food that isn't going to be garbage.
That's how it'll do.
Okay, so here we go. He's pouring the cran sauce over it. Now, see, this is what I don't think we have. I don't think we have enough cran sauce.
I agree.
Yeah, there's not enough.
That's fine. I'll spread it. I'll spread it and put cheese on it.
Yeah, spread it and put cheese on it.
I mean, we got some green enchilada sauce if we wanted to.
That's, oh God, no, that's horrifying. Red and green, it's too Christmassy.
Too crispy.
It's gonna swing it
But
too
at least
hard.
now we don't.
I don't have any other Hispanic. I was gonna just be El elefante es muy grande.
Es muy grande.
The elephant is very large. That's about as much Spanish as I know.
All right, cheese it up.
Cheese it up.
I think that's the only salvation for this. So
Okay.
don't feel like you need to
Skimp on the scrimp.
skimp on the scrimps.
Skimp on the scrimps.
No, don't skimp on the cheese.
Yeah.
It'll be very melty. I don't know what it's gonna smell like
I don't know what it's gonna smell like. That's the thing.
because it smells like
Cumin-
SpaghettiOs.
It smells cumin and cranberry is so weird. If there was more, okay, if there was no enchilada sauce and this was like cranberry and gravy or something like that, and this was just like weird,
It was like
bastardized turkey leftovers, or
Yeah.
something like that, I could totally get this being like, oh, this smells really pretty good, because it would be like gravy and cranberry sauce, and then instead of tortillas or something, they're fucking maybe you somehow solidified stuffing. And I don't know what it would
you
be.
took mushy bread and made it hard. You just made bread. No, croutons. At that point, it'd be croutons.
Yeah, at that
Yeah.
point, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what it would do or what it would take, but it was, if this was only turkey leftovers, Thanksgiving Day leftovers, it might be a thing. But this is such a weird combination: red enchilada sauce and cranberry that we just can't get. I cannot explain how weird it is, guys. It's just odd, because it's red enchilada sauce, and the cranberry sauce is like a deep maroon.
Yeah.
So then it looks like tomato. It looked like tomato soup.
It kind of, yeah. It looked
Tomato
like,
soup with lumps.
like it wasn't just like enchilada sauce. It was like blood enchilada sauce.
Yeah, it didn't. Yeah, it was very.
Because,
If
the
Walter-
berries are congealed, little bits of blood. That's just,
Yeah, I was gonna say if Walter White made cranberry, that's my
yeah.
out of people.
You
If
watch
this-
much Breaking Bad, do
No,
you?
I don't. What does he do?
No, he like that's,
He's
that's the show that
he's an
introduced.
insurance salesman, and he does cocaine for a living, and then he got into an accident and lost. He couldn't afford his limbs. Isn't that what happened? I don't
Isn't
remember.
that, like I feel like you combined like Dazed and Confused with Spider-Man 2.
I am just dazed and
And-
confused.
Okay, so this is a point where we're gonna wait about 30 minutes for it to be done, whatever that means. But we can talk about all sorts of fun
Also,
stuff in
which
that time.
which Spider-Man 2? Is it the Tobey Maguire one or the video game? Because the video game is great.
No.
It's the Tobey Maguire one that I don't. Okay? What's that one? The Goblin was the first one.
Goblin was the first
Oh,
one.
it's Doc Ock.
Doc Ock
with
was the
Alfred
second one.
Molina.
That's what I was talking about. The
With
whole
the
missing
sad
limbs
bad
thing.
guy from Chocolat. Do you remember?
No.
You remember watching Chocolat in French class?
No.
I'm alone in my sad, sad life.
Wait, hold on. French class? Are you talking about
in
the
8th grade French class in Ohio? We watched Chocolat as kind of like it's like my French teacher being like, I think she divorced her husband that year. She was just really sad. So for like a month, we just watched French foreign films, and a lot of them I had no idea, but the two that I remember watching was Chocolat and Amélie, and both are fantastic films. But Chocolat is with Johnny Depp. He plays
Oh!
he plays the Romany.
Yes.
With the lady, and she owns the chocolate shop, and she's very saucy, very spicy, and everybody's all stiff and staunch, and they're like, we don't
have character.
Alex Jones, we don't like Charles. Rush Limbaugh, I don't know, Kurt, or whatever. I don't know what the thing
Ferguson. Sorry. Addiction is a serious thing. We shouldn't make fun of it. But if you're rich and famous and you want people to take you seriously and you do a lot of drugs and you get caught doing drugs, we're going to make jokes about you until you die.
Yeah, pretty much.
R.I.P. Stanley.
Oh.
Did you not know?
I knew. Oh. It's still so sad.
Hey.
If you didn't know, today, November
12th.
The 12th.
And no longer evergreen content.
A great man passed away. A great, very hilarious old gentleman by the name of Stan Lee. We'll honor him with a moment of silence.
Moment done.
Okay. That's how that is.
I've always kind of wondered, do the dead people on the other side, are they just sort of like, be quiet, 1 minute for me? Like, what does that do for them?
Oh, that's it. You know what? They're on the other side, rat race style, like, oh, look at how many minutes I got.
Look how many people were quiet for me.
This is great. I exercise my will over these people by making them be quiet. That's not what Stan Lee sounds like. I don't know who that sounds like. That sounds like the gardener, the guy who drives the guy with the overalls in Waterboy. Which I haven't thought about. Yes.
What's his bucket?
I don't know, but I haven't thought about that movie in 1,000 years.
He's the Cajun coach.
Yeah.
That actor really...
He's very dynamic.
He nailed Cajun people.
Yeah.
If you haven't spoken with Cajun people...
I'm not.
Watch Waterboy. When he says stuff like, I'm going to get him there. And you're like, those are no words. Those are no English words. No, that's actually how swamp people Cajuns talk. It's hilarious. And the best part is that they will make fun of themselves for sounding... They know how they sound.
They do.
They know.
It's good.
When they go out into civilization, or as I like to call it, truck stops. And
sure, Loves or whatever they...
Yeah. It's good stuff. Flying J. This episode brought to you by Flying J. They have showers that you give quarters to use or something. I don't know.
I was in a Flying J once. I didn't like it. It's not good. Traveled the country as a kid. It's many sad memories in truck stops. I never got the toys I wanted. I would always go up to the machines and I'm like, I want to do a thing. And be like, you have to put the quarters in. I'm like, I'm poor.
I don't have quarters for toys.
It's not fun. It's not good.
Wasn't a good time.
No, never a good time. Also, semis are very scary. As a very tiny little boy, semis are scary machines. I never understand children's... We're getting way off topic. We were talking about Breaking Bad just a few seconds ago, and now it's a thing.
Good show. Watch it.
I watched the first episode, and I don't know. Whatever. Everybody's like, you should. And I'm like, this is more Good Place all over again. You should watch it. Stop telling me to watch it.
Don't tell me what to watch.
Don't tell me what to watch.
That's okay. At some point in your life, you'll have surgery, and you'll be down for 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. And so you'll catch up on all the good shows then.
Oh, nice. That's that joke Vin Diesel made in Triple X, remember? And he's like, oh, knocked over a few 7-Elevens. Like, no, broke my leg. And I spent the first month playing first-person video games. And I was like, but you hold a controller when you do that. You don't gain real-world skills to killing people by holding guns in first-person shooter video games. I got very mad at that movie because it was like, stop appropriating my gaming culture. You've never played a game before. That's not how games work. I can't just adjust my sensitivity in real life and make myself auto-aim. Otherwise, I'd be real good at it, but I'm not. Anyway, I don't understand how tiny. I love the idea of big machines, but like you see little kids and they're like, tractors and stuff, and then I'm like, they're terrifying in real life. Have you ever been around they're huge. I have a giant tire that in my backyard that I pretend to work out with. I got really excited that I was like, I'm gonna do CrossFit. And
now you own a tire.
I own a really large tire that is just taking up space. It's got all the kinds of spiders and things, and I'm sure it's like
wasps.
Oh,
so many wasps. So
why does rubber attract wasps?
No. I think wasps are literal assholes. Okay, given
sentient. They just know
sentient buttholes that evolved wings and stingers.
Yeah.
So they're angry about their existence.
Sure.
And they need to teach all of us a lesson. I have been stung by wasps so many times. It doesn't bother me anymore.
That's
horrifying. I get mad at the wasp.
That's so bad.
And so I really think that they just like sit back and watch and be like, what do the humans touch the most? What do they walk under most often? Wasp took a bike from me one time, left it outside, got covered in so many little wasp hutches or whatever those things are called. And I just walked, I was like, no, you guys have it.
It's yours now. Stop
I'll wait till winter when you guys go away.
I'm going to hose you down.
No, that only made them angry.
It does, which is, I learned that as a child. That's very scary. Also, you can't hit wasps with a golf club. I tried.
You can try.
It didn't do anything. It didn't do anything. Yeah, I was a kid. We had a log home in Ohio where I used to live, and yeah, there was a very large paper mache dome that they make. Whatever wasps make, you know, they're things.
Yeah.
Little homes.
They're like waxy. I don't know. It's like it's made out of paper.
But it's spit up. It's
vomit.
It's somehow bee vomit, angry wasp vomit.
Yeah,
I don't know what.
Bees when they vomit, they make honey. Wasps just make forward operating bases so that they can get closer to my front door.
Movable structures.
Yeah. Jeez.
Anyway, yeah, I just remember there was a large one, and I was like, I'm gonna smash it. Didn't go over very well. It was not a good thing.
Did it smash you?
Oh, it did. Yeah, my dad came out. He like saw me swinging at it. It was like, no.
You're gonna make it mad. It's gonna memorize your face.
Screaming at me, waving his hands. No. I had a football helmet on with headphones.
Oh, it could just get into the helmet and sting you easier. I've been there.
I duct tape pillows to my arms. I'm like, this is fine. They can't get me. Like 80% of my body is still uncovered. I'm wearing a tank top like a moron.
No, you remember when you're playing the first Assassin's Creed and you're like, oh, hey, there's one of those Templars. I'm going to go take him out. And all it did was counter all of your moves. That's what wasps are. You're like, I'm going to put on a helmet. It's like, I'm flying into the helmet and stinging your head. And you're like, okay, well, I'm going to wear gloves. It's just going to be like, nope. I'm going to fly into your eyeball.
You're not wearing the right type of glove, therefore my stinger will easily penetrate this. And now you can't get it because the glove is on you.
Right?
Yeah.
It's locked you in.
It's bad.
Anyways.
We don't like wasps. Oh, God. Have you seen the horrifying video of the Japanese killer wasp? The giant?
No, share.
No. Okay, holy mother. Okay, wasps are terrifying normally, right? The regular guys, the size...
Fuck them.
The size of your, the size of your thumb, right? They're scary, but they're not they're tolerable because you can go like,
I outweigh them by like, 10.
I got a can of hairspray and a lighter.
Right.
Screw you. Take this. But Japan, since they do everything better, they do bugs better. They borrowed a cue from Australia and were like, could we make the wasp bigger? That's not how Japanese people talk. I don't know.
No.
I'm not going to do that.
Well, you did an impression of a Japanese person accurately emulating an Australian accent,
yes,
so that they are culturally sensitive to their Australian friendos.
Friendos. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So Japan has a wasp, has a hornet. It's the size of like a Snickers bar, like a miniature Snickers bar. I'm gonna show you the photo, and you're gonna lose it. It's they're the most terrifyingly things. Asian giant hornet on Wikipedia.
Oh.
Wikipedia. They're, oh boy.
When giant makes it into the name, you know you're in for a treat.
You know you're in for it. Yeah. Okay, so here he is. He looks okay, right? Okay. Oh, it's a big dude, but there's no size comparison.
There's no. It is taking up the whole half of that person's finger. It's big enough that they could tie some yarn around it.
Yeah.
Is that a leash for it?
Yeah.
Are you like taunting your friends with it? No.
It's as big as a Nokia 610 or whatever it was.
Gosh.
Yeah, they're scary.
If
large.
I saw that, even if it's harmless and it was someone's best friend, I'd see that and I'd go and smash it. I'd kill it and they'd be like, "No, my friend."
No,
and I'd be like,
kill with fire.
The world is better.
The world, it can't. It's terrifyingly huge. I feel like the bug that big is something that would inspire like comic book writers in the 20s. Science fiction B movies like Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, like that kind of bug is the thing that inspires the nightmares in us. In Isaac Asimov, and he's like, I'm gonna write a story about giant bees on space.
Like, it seems like it's the size. When you're driving in your car and you're not going like 35, you're going like 30, 25. You're stuck in a school zone or something stupid like that, and you hit a bug, and instead of splatting, it goes clunk on your windshield. It seems like it'd be one of those,
and then it bounces off.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I knocked a wasp out once. It didn't kill it. It went gunk, and it was dead on my hood, and then it kind of went like, oh, what the? Like you know when you like wake up from a hangover and you're like, I want to vom, but I need to move.
Drunk wasp.
Yeah, hungover wasp, and then it was like, and then it flew away, and I was like, I'll get you next time.
I will find your kin. Find your kin. All right, where are we at? So we're 375 degrees. Do we even set a timer for this frickin'?
I did.
Thank
It's
God.
supposed to be in
Somebody
there for
thought of
30
it.
minutes, but I don't know to achieve what. So the cheese is melted.
Okay.
And I feel like that's half the battle. But are we waiting to like cook the tortillas so that they're a little more stiff, so dried out? Are we looking to get like the sauce to kind of bubble up and get mixed into the?
That's my thinking. Is we get to the place where the sauce is semi-bubbly, maybe the tortillas or like the edges are getting a little brown.
Right. Maybe.
I don't know, Amy. You tell us.
Yeah, a little more detail there, Amy.
Thanks.
Amy's probably a wonderful woman who...
yeah, she has probably a couple kids.
In 2012, she was getting creative and putting stuff on Pinterest.
Yeah. Both of us are like, so Bryce has this tiny little dog. What's its breed?
So we actually got him genetically tested.
Oh, zing. Awesome. He's 31% Scandinavian.
And he'll have a bald spot on the top of his... Or something. What is 23andMe? Please sponsor us. What does 23andMe do? All sorts of stuff.
I don't know.
He's not Scandinavian.
No, he's not.
He's
Scotch-Irish. He's Scotch-Korean, like that one Skittles commercial that didn't make any sense years ago. Do you remember that?
No. Scotch-Korean?
You never remember that Skittles commercial?
I'm sure a Scottish person and a Korean person have, gotten together and made a baby.
No. So Skittles in like 2002 had this thing. They had this promo for their like it wasn't like salty Skittles, but it was their weird flavors of stuff.
Did they do pretzel? No. That was pretzel M&Ms.
That was pretzel M&Ms, and those are delicious, by the way.
Those are good.
No, Skittles did some kind of promo where they had like alternate weird flavors, and they were trying to think of it's things that don't go together. I'm Scotch Korean, and it was this Korean dude with white hair, a beard, and a kilt, and it just felt really 2002-ish when we just kind of glazed over racist jokes.
We're like, if it's positive racism, we can get away with it. Turns out not so much.
Delicious. So it's just, Sandor. Thanks to my wonderful wife for bringing us back on topic. Sandor is 23andMe.
So he is one half Chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
Okay. And then his mom was a cockapoo, which is a Cocker Spaniel poodle mix.
Ah, okay.
So he's a mess.
So he's a quarter and a half.
Well, he's really more like a Chihuahua with poodle fur.
Ah, sure.
That's what I'd call him. He's very little.
Yeah, he looked like a. The first thing I thought when I saw him, he looked like one of those barbecue grill brushes.
Yeah. But like an old one that's all turned black.
Yeah. And it's very wiry, but it's not straight. They're bent out of shape, and it's been sat on a little bit. Yeah. That's what he looks like. He's very adorable. We'll post a photo. Yeah, you can actually follow him on Twitter.
You can, at Sandor the Dog.
Sandor the Dog.
He mostly makes fun of the city of Draper.
Sandor the Dog at Twitter, whatever it was. Yeah, he's great. It's very fun.
Yeah, so, if he ever goes to, if we ever take him to a park or something, we could complain. But we're cowards. So instead of us complaining, we have our dog do really offensive tweets at the city of Draper or, the Department of Parks and Rec.
Yeah, sure. They go to West Valley City to their dog park and just crap on it.
Right.
Literally and figuratively. Digitally.
He would.
And then he'd eat it.
No, he doesn't.
No,
thankfully.
He doesn't do that. He's a good boy. He's a very good boy.
We've trained that out of him.
He can lick. How can he lick? All right. What's it looking like?
So I have one complaint about this oven, among several other complaints. Didn't want to make it sound like I only have one complaint. Who are we kidding? But when you set a time...
Welcome to the Complaint Corner, featuring Bryce. This is... Frigidaire is going to take the brunt of this.
Oh, it is a Frigidaire. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it doesn't... When you set the time, like if you want to bake something for 30 minutes, it doesn't keep the time displayed. So currently there's a timer on it. It just says 375. So we're kind of like, are we almost done? Are we whatever?
Could have been done.
It
We're just
will
secretly waiting.
It will start counting down at like 1 minute,
Oh, cool.
but not while it's going on.
That's cool.
So we don't know what's going on.
We always have to know that it's hot.
I just opened the oven and it smells really good.
It's not bad. Here we go. Okay, hold on. I burnt my nostrils. Never mind. Okay.
Like, it smells a lot better.
Like, it smells a lot better. This is odd. I don't know how this is going
I'm
to take.
conflicted. Very conflicted.
I don't want to like this.
I don't.
I feel like I'm going to like this, and I don't know if I want to.
I don't want to have to admit that Amy was right.
Uh-huh.
But if she is, she earned it.
And speaking of people named Amy, we're watching The Marvelous Miss Maisel.
There's few shows that I've watched that are so willing to just go all the way to where the joke needs to go.
Okay, so it's written by, speaking of people that are named Amy, it's written by Amy Sherman Palladino, the gal who did Gilmore Girls. So it's
They talk so fast and so true.
Fire comedy. So it's Alex Borstein, Lois from Family Guy, and then I don't know the main actress, which you see her breasts in the first episode and just go, this is nice. And I had no idea. Okay, I think I watched the previews with you guys, and I thought it was going to be like a fucking murder mystery show.
No, the jokes murder.
I know.
The jokes murder fantastically.
So she's this quintessential 1950s
She's
Jewish
a housewife. Yeah, the ultimate Jewish housewife.
Oh, she's a mensch.
And then everything goes wrong for her, and instead of being down on herself, what does she do? She makes jokes about her husband to public. And
he does.
And oh boy,
he's this wannabe. What is he? He works for his father.
Well, so if Mad Men has taught me anything,
I don't know what executives men did in the 50s. They just had offices. They just had corner offices, and they fucked their secretaries
and drank.
Yeah.
I don't understand what they did. Like, what was the linchpin function of their, like, when
Pete Campbell just took people out to lunch. That's literally it.
That's all he did.
Don Draper and Peggy were the only people that did any damn work.
And really all Don Draper did was drink, and then he'd show up in a meeting and be like, I'm going to monologue for 2 minutes. And they're like, well, I guess we're going to buy, which is sort of like Hollywood. You don't have any fucking clue how sales works. God damn it. It's not just...
He's just going to be really... I'm just going to be epic for 2 minutes and then go out on a limb and do something really risque and dangerous and talk about emotion because it's the 50s and all we do is not talk about it because we're the greatest generation. We just went to war. And then they buy.
And then, they
And then
buy.
Lucky Strike's like, yeah, make that our new ad. It's fine. Sure.
We're cigarettes. We kill people. We don't care.
Popsicles. We're going to be about families now. Good stuff. But yeah, so whatever. Maisel's husband, I don't know what he does, but he just has sex with the secretary. He decides he doesn't want to be with her anymore, and he wants to be. The opening is that he wants to be a comedian, right? He wants to leave his sales job and be a nightclub comedian. Be the next Lenny Bruce.
That's who's in there.
Be the next Red Skelton. Be on,
or he does Bob Hope.
Yes,
that's what he does. He copies Bob Hope.
He copies Bob Hope, but he's bad at it. He has no timing. He has no sense of just gravitas. He doesn't understand delivery or anything. And so he breaks up with Maisel, who is this beautiful, wonderful, she's great. She's just great. She dresses like Jackie O. And then she does that. Instead of being sad and lonely and depressed, she picks herself up, gets drunk, flashes the stage of the Gaslight Club or something, and spits hot fire into the microphone for 10 solid minutes.
And then she gets arrested.
Because apparently in the 70s, the cops are like, stop it. Words are coming out of your mouth. We don't allow that. It's just great. It's just so gosh dang funny.
Look, good writing shows. That show has good writing.
Oh, man. Well, and then it's really... we watched the third episode, and it's where her and Borstein are out studying other comics in other clubs and other things, stuff like that. And the cinematography is beautiful. They have these just fantastic shots with these wonderful lighting. There's this great scene where she and Borstein are sitting at a hot dog joint, and there's this soft pink magenta kind of light covering Maisel, and then this blue. Soft neon light covering Alex Borstein, and it shows off this dichotomy about Maisel is trying to be warm and inviting and open up and bridge the gap of the relationship to it, and then Alex is being super cold and, no, I don't want to be friends with you. I'm not friends with people. I'm just a manager. Oh, emotions are hard. But then something about the lighting changes and stuff like that as the conversation itself changes, and somebody's just paying attention. Somebody's doing a good job. Lighting, costume, and set design, everybody's talking to each other. They actually went to the board meeting and were like, we're going to make the show a good show. We're going to make the show a good show. I'm not going to tell you behind your back to do the thing. It's very funny. I have no idea where it's going to go next, but the writing is literally just hot.
It is fire. It is just
so good.
Like there's a montage that you'll bump into in later episodes where you see her say a joke, like a 4-part joke, and it's fine. It's a fine bit of comedy. And then the next part is her telling that same joke, except the third part is a little different and it's a little funnier. And the next part is she changes the beginning and she condenses that a little bit. And then it's a little more streamlined. She goes, "Ba-ba," and she hits you with the funny. And so it's just really fantastic to like watch her develop a joke and,
nice.
and
She
test
Muhammad
it.
Ali kind of like works out, speed bags the joke a little bit so it just gets a little funnier every time.
Right.
It's good stuff.
Right. And by the time she does the final one, you're just like, that is a crisp joke.
It's good stuff.
That is so good.
Popped out of the toaster oven.
Right.
It's a hot strudel joke. What are we at? We're 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes till Cran-Turkey enchiladas. Okay, so he's taking it out.
This might be good.
Oh man, this might be good. Okay, the thing is though we might be fooled because melted cheese lies. Melted cheese wouldn't get caught at Watergate.
Many an abomination has been snuck into my gullet with cheese.
With melted cheese, yeah. Okay, melted cheese is the magic bullet. Looks good.
Okay, well, I guess we're gonna give it 10 minutes to cool off, and then we'll serve it up and tell you how bad this is.
Oh man, here we go. Okay. Oh, and we're back. Okay, so we pulled it out of the oven. We let it cool 10 minutes, and then I had a screaming baby for a very long time, and we had to calm him.
And he's calm.
Sort of. He's fine. My wife is very stressed.
He has a lot of important growing to do.
He does. He has poops to make. He has
a lot of
burps.
poops.
He has burps to say. It's good. Okay, so we snapped a photo of the after on the plates.
It smells good.
I'm biased. I'm disappointed. The quesadillas ruined me. So
How'd they ruin you? Besides your gastrointestinal tract.
I'm still recovering from that. Okay.
Okay.
So I was expecting this to be super bad, and it doesn't. It smells pretty damn good. But is it good because it's like I think the thing is if we look at dissect this recipe.
Okay.
What is it? It's meat, beans, cheese, cumin, which is like the freaking corn ingredient, like the prime ingredient in anything.
Corn ingredient?
Sorry,
I like that.
No idea where I was going with that.
The corn ingredients.
The primary ingredient in like taco seasoning, right?
Yeah.
Cumin. The cumin is the corn ingredient. That's what I was trying to say.
The core ingredient.
The core ingredient.
The core.
In taco seasoning. It's just
There's some baby cries that you can take seriously. There's always where they go, "Eh," and they bleat like a sheep, and you're just like, no, you're fine.
You're fine. You're fine.
No one believes you.
Anyway, okay. If you look at the majority of the ingredients, it's a Hispanic dish with one non-traditional ingredient.
Right.
Really? Because it's okay. So turkey isn't exactly the thing, but it's still a meat.
It's a meat. It's fine. Oh, here we go. Here's a bite.
Oh, this fuck is good.
It's good? You kidding me?
It's weird. Okay, the cranberries make it oddly sweet. Here's what I don't like.
What are you not feeling?
I don't care for the turkey. It's the turkey that's the thing that doesn't make the most sense to me. But the
Fuck, I want to eat this.
it's the enchilada sauce and the cranberry that actually is pretty good.
Yeah, like the cranberry disappears.
You just get a tiny whiff of it. You just get a tiny little. It's like I feel like a sommelier when I talk about notes, crispy, oaky, woody notes with the.
Well, it's also like it plays with you because there's cranberry bits and there's beans. So sometimes you're like nom nom bean, nom nom cranberry, nom nom bean,
Which I feel like is a song from Flight of the Conchords.
bean.
You and me and you, cranberry beans and two.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I understand putting the turkey and cranberry together as a Thanksgiving thing. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, sure. And this might be okay. I might like the turkey if it was, say, actual leftover sliced turkey. Right? If this was November 23rd?
Like if it was seasoned. That's the problem. Like if we could have just done chicken with this, but if you wanted to stick with it,
if we could have done chicken, we could have done pretty much anything. Like
I'd throw down some taco seasoning onto. Good on Amy's family for not yanking her out of the kitchen and throwing her into a sanitarium.
Sure.
For making this.
Sure. Burning her at the stake for a witch in Salem in 1603.
Yeah, she was at the year?
I make things up, and that's how I sound important.
I mean, Jamestown was like 1609 or something, right? I don't know.
Sure. Roanoke was, whatever, 1227.
No. What? I believe it was 1492 when Columbus sailed the ocean blue. And then raped and pillaged his way across the continent, came back and said, hey guys, I found this great place.
Sure, and then 100 years later, was like, we're going to name it after this other dude, Amerigo Vespucci.
Yeah. Amy wins this time.
Yeah, okay. All right, so, rating system. This isn't a thumbs up. This is not something that I would throw into my... This isn't, because it's just, it's an enchilada recipe.
It's an enchilada recipe.
It's an enchilada recipe, which, this is a boring enchilada recipe at best. It's a passable, absolutely, it's just fine enchilada recipe at best.
Right.
But there's way more. Talk to your, Hispanic friends and their grandmothers and get somebody's recipe with all kinds of, secret Caribbean spices. Wrong part of the world. But talk to somebody who actually has Hispanic culture, heritage, and has a real enchilada recipe, and you'll do a much better. This is a barely passable enchilada recipe, so no, I would not add this to my cookbook. But as for flavor, -5 to +5, I'll give this a 2.
Yeah, I'm thinking like a 3. Like this is
not bad. This is not bad. There's something about the enchilada sauce that mixes really well with the sweet cranberries and bean cranberry.
Oh, that's a fun game.
is a positive gain. I feel like I should do that I feel like I should be playing hopscotch when I was a kid. Bean.
Beanberry. That was good.
This is. I'm very surprised. The turkey looked like cat food.
Yep, smelled like cat food. I could hear cats outside being like, "Hey, what you guys got going on in there?"
I'm gonna finish these, and I'm not gonna feel bad about finishing these. Nor do I think I'm gonna
vomit,
Ralph them up later. We'll post the recipe in the show notes.
Do with it what you will.
Yeah. I would not tell anybody that I put cranberry as the secret ingredient. And just say, I have enchiladas. I have secret special enchiladas or something like that. And then made it with cranberry. And then have people like, whoa, these are really good. What's your secret? And be like, no, fuck you. I'm keeping it a secret.
Like, it's almost like sweet and sour enchiladas.
Almost?
It's sweet and, yeah. Because it's kind of...
Almost.
It's kind of gelatinous cranberry mixing with the very liquidy enchilada sauce.
Sweet and sour enchilada is definitely the best way to say this. If I was making this for Thanksgiving, this would be where the thing was, is I would go whole hog, go all the way, right? Turn this up to 11, like a Spinal Tap. Go like real, like day after smoked turkey, used stuffing, sweet potatoes as the interior of the enchiladas, and went cranberry gravy. And like really legitimate Thanksgiving lot, Enchigivings or Enchigivings or Thanksgiving ladas.
Thanksgiving ladas, or just be
Thanksgiving or something like that.
Thanks-a-ladas.
These are pretty good. So if I were to change this to a thing and do it like a yearly recipe to add to my book, that's what I would do. I would drop the enchilada sauce. I'd drop the beans. I'd drop the green onions. Sub in all the fixings of a Thanksgiving meal. And then use the tortilla as the vehicle, whatever it was, and then slap it in and make Thanksgiving.
Would you cover it in cheese?
I don't know. That's an odd question. Maybe, but like a weird, like Gruyere or Swiss or something like that. That mix well with the turkey gravy.
Oh yeah. I say this one's a keeper. This is one that I might like.
This is oddly surprising.
I might whip this out when I want to scare friends.
Yeah. This is something that I would definitely. Again, I just wouldn't tell anybody that cranberry was my secret ingredient. I would just be like, hey, I got a really special. You guys want some enchiladas? I have a great recipe, and then watch them be like, what?
What have you done?
Yeah, and then just fight over. What is the? It tastes like cranberries.
She's like, oh,
The
well,
snozberries taste like snozberries.
it has cumin in it, and it has pepper, and it has salt, and just has
Bean.
Bean. No, someone would find a whole cranberry and be like, the jig is up.
So I'm a +2. You're a +3.
I'm a 3. Like,
Wow, that's good stuff.
like I wouldn't put this into my rotation just because.
So we're both thumbs down.
On that, yeah, it wouldn't. I don't know how I would put this in. There are so many better things I could make easier.
Mediocre enchilada recipe. Good recipe in and of itself. Would recommend that you try.
Whatever.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is my son, D-Dog.
D-Dog?
D-Dog.
Okay.
And Bryce.
He's having a rough time.
Yeah, so we just thought we'd bring him on.
He's like 20 days old now.
Yeah, he had some of the Cran-Turkey enchilada. Gave him hiccups.
Give him the hiccups.
It didn't, but it's okay.
Okay, so it's been sitting in our tummies for about,
I don't know, 15?
15 minutes now. How are you feeling?
I'm okay.
I feel like there's a bowling ball in my stomach. So perhaps this doesn't sit great, but
Yeah,
I've had worse.
I know.
Yeah.
I think, well, and I also ate mine really quickly because I was freaking starving. So I kind of feel the same bowling ball
You kind of, yeah.
a little bit. But then again, that was a bunch of cold water and apple juice and a bunch of other stuff that I just scarfed down because I don't know how to moderate.
Just gonna ingest everything all the time,
I
all
just
at
eat.
once.
I eat like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, you want to call it? I guess we could call it.
Yeah, D-Dog here's done.
Yeah, he's clearly done, and it's fine. It's fine. We don't listen to him.
She's not our master.
Yeah, right. He's not the boss.
So I'm definitely like, please stop crying.
Like, less crying would be delightful. No. It's good. Okay. Well, this has been the One Pan Podcast. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm so happy that we didn't just have, like, garbage recipes the whole time. I'm glad. First episode, weird and terrible. Second episode, surprisingly good.
We're doing good.
I know. Okay, good. We're hitting...
Third episode might actually be good.
We're hitting all of the, all the different ways that this stuff can go. Okay, where can they find us?
Let's see. We're on Spotify now. We're on Google Podcasts. We're on Stitcher. We're on Pocket Casts. We should be... Somebody at iTunes reviewed us because it showed that it was played there once.
Thanks for the listen.
Yeah. Way to go, dude at Apple. Person in Apple.
Oh, yeah. We should plug the Twitter.
Oh, sure, yeah.
The Tweeters, the Instas.
The bird internet at One Pan Podcast on Twitter and Instagram at One Pan Podcast.
What's our dog's email? Or
Sandor.
Twitter?
Sandor the dog.
Sandor the dog.
At Sandor the dog on Twitter as well.
If you have a city that you're not a huge fan of, let him know. He will make fun of them.
He'll come poop there.
Yeah. He'll show up. He'll poop and pee on everything if
That's
you need
good
him
stuff.
to.
So, I don't know. Comment, like, subscribe, give us a follow.
Tell your
review us.
friends.
Yeah, tell us your friends, stuff like that.
Tell us your weird recipes.
Oh, please. If you make the recipe, send us photos and do the thing.
Hey. Hey, we're almost done.
Hey.
Just yelling at a baby.
Yeah, if you make the recipes, please send it to us. That would be just the best.
Also, why did you do that?
Yeah.
We didn't tell you to, but we're glad you did.
We did, but we did it so you don't have to. It's good stuff.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
This has been the One Pan Podcast.
I'm John.
I'm Bryce. Sometimes the food's funny.
Us, not so much.